Evening. Well, actually, it's just this afternoon. It's about 3:16. Just getting up. Working nights is a pain in the butt at times. But it's March 26th, and a lot of stuff is going around about Emma Gonzalez, the survivor of Stoneman Douglas, saying how the picture of her tearing the Constitution um isn't a real picture, which I know it's not. But the point is that the picture that was photoshopped is reflecting the way pro gun and a lot of people are feeling that they are attacking the Constitution. So, regardless of it being fake or not, that is the feel you are giving off. That is the rhetoric you are giving off. So, the picture was made to match your rhetoric. I'm sorry to you that's fake, but it's showing a side of you you do not want to admit. And I'm sorry to expose you on that fact to a lot of us. On this other thing, I saw a picture about Emma Gonzalez that I'm going to comment on. And it's her having a saying. Emma Gonzalez says, "They hate us for smiling, they hate us for crying. They hate us for speaking, they hate us for being alive. They hate us. What's important to remember is that their argument against us is so weak and futile that they have no resort to attack people driving the message." Okay, here's the problem with what you're saying. They hate us for smiling. Why would we hate you for that? We're glad you're smiling. It shows you're, recovering from what happened to you. Hate you for crying. It's a human emotion. Nothing to hate you for there. They hate us for speaking. No, we don't hate you for speaking your mind. That's the First Amendment. That's what back in the Second Amendment backs is the First Amendment. We hate you for the rhetoric you're spilling and the vulgar language you use towards anybody that's a Second Amendment supporter. That's what we hate you for. That's it. They hate us for being alive. No, I don't hate you for being alive. I just explained what I hate you for. Because you do not want to sit down to the table. The words you have used against pro-gun supporters are ridiculous. You are no person to protest because you do not know how to have a conversation. When you are willing to sit down, have a conversation, and stop this, "Oh, you're a baby killer," BS, then you'll be taken serious by people like myself. Remember, the argument is against us so weak. If it's so weak, how come the founding fathers put it in the Constitution? Oh, wait a minute, I thought you weren't trying to tear the Constitution. And feel out that they have to resort to attacking the people driving the message. The reason we attack the people driving the message is because one of the people, yourself, Emma Gonzalez, is wearing a communist country flag. I have nothing against Cubans. I grew up with a friend of mine that I call my brother from another mother. He's full-blood Cuban. And I work for a buddy of mine that could probably sit here, if I could get him to do it, was a Cuban Marine. That's right. He left Cuba after serving in its military. He was a Cuban Marine. And he would tell you, taking the guns from the civilians, he is now a U.S. citizen. He has the right to conceal carry, and he carries. And he was a former Cuban Marine. He would tell you, wearing that flag and then telling people to take their guns is the wrong message to send, sweetheart. It's what you're pushing for, it's how far you're pushing and way you're pushing it. If you were to come to the table, hear us openly, and not sit there and criticize us, and not expect us not to criticize you when you're criticizing us. I mean, that's just dumb as can be. Why people say, "Well, you're criticizing these survivors." Well, they're criticizing us. When you criticize, expect criticism. Simple as that. But your little message there is so debunked, it's not even funny. I can bring people from your own heritage that will tell you you're being wrong about taking the guns. Because look what happened in Cuba. There was a mass killing, or they became political prisoners. Have you ever heard of the Cuban boat lift? When your family came over on a Cuban boat lift, or your family came over to flee Cuba? If you don't want somewhere with no guns, go back to Cuba. You think it's so great not to have guns, go back to Cuba. Watch what happens. The Second Amendment is to help keep the government in check. Okay, end of story. They might say it's not, but it is. Because if you read the purposing of the founding fathers, not what they wrote in the Constitution, but what they actually put as the purposing of the Second Amendment, was to protect the democracy of the United States with the right to hunt, provide for your family, and the right to self-defense. Okay? And also, I think it should be a law that would shut you up, shut everybody up, is unless you have taken a gun safety course, which David Hogg probably has during his father as an FBI agent, but I don't know about the rest of you, should have to take a gun safety course, fire these weapons, be taught the difference in them before you can legislate or tell legislators what to do. Because it's like this. I'm a CDL driver. It drives me nuts that you look over the people that make these rules for commercial truck drivers. 99% of them do not have a CDL or never held a CDL. This is the problem. When people in a field are being told how to do their job or how to hold something by people that have never done it. That is hypocritical. And then you said we're hypocrites. You're doing the same thing. But like I said, your message is wrong. When you're willing to come to the table and talk to us, we'll stop attacking you. But it's your actions, your words. Why would we not attack you? When you are a public figure, pushing for some sort of political thing or a change or something like that, you are going to be attacked. It don't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, or activist. It is part of their job description. Get used to it. I know when me making these videos, I can be attacked on here. I have no problem with that because that's part of the agenda. However, I would leave by just attack me and don't have a conversation. Because to me, you are worthless. If you don't know how to carry a conversation, you're worthless. It's that simple. If you're willing to sit down at the table, you'll have my full cooperation and I'll listen to you. But I will also ask that you give me the same respect. Well, Big Mike, Big Sturgis, signing off. Hope you all have a good day.